Yeah. Hello, everybody. We have an amazing speaker today, and as if you are out there and trying to either buy insurance on your property or buying a new home and wondering if you can get insurance, those are the topics that we're discussing today. And we have an amazing professional insurance provider, Viviana Mendez, who's joined us today, and she's going to
Mhm.
all the updates. Thank you so much for joining us, Viviana.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited, especially with what's going on with insurance here in California and actually across the nation. I'm glad I'm able to present some of my knowledge with you guys.
Well, thank you so much. So let me share the my your screen, and
Yes,
that way we can go through your slides. So
perfect.
here we are. Okay.
Yes. So, a little bit about us. We used to be a Geico local office here in San Diego, and we just started to see Geico starting to decline all of our friends and family and partner referrals. So, we decided, you know what? It's time we're going to go independent and start our own insurance agency and become a broker. So that way we can shop all of the different carriers out there. And so, if we go to the next screen, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how we were used to insurance back then. So if you see the before picture, I'm comparing it to freeways. So say you're going from your house to work, you can take the 805, the 5, you can go to the 15, you can go west a little bit and then east without a problem. So referring it to insurance, back then you could make a phone call, get insurance the same day. You could go online on your own without talking to an agent. You could even go down to your neighborhood insurance agency and get it right away with someone. But now, now it's back to back traffic. All the freeways are closed except for one or two. There's accidents on the road. Some exits are closed. So that's why you're seeing, if you are an insurance or you're purchasing a home, you're seeing a little bit more delay in getting a policy approved because everybody is going through those same carriers. Now, why are we seeing these challenges? So, over time, we've seen a lot more natural disasters. There was some in Hawaii. We've had fires here in California. There's the hurricanes in Florida, and insurance companies have had to pay out more money than they were expecting thanks to the natural disasters. So, they're just trying to catch up. And everything, and in addition, there's the cost of repair. So, since COVID, the industrial lines are just taking much longer to get parts. Say a bumper on a car used to take 1 or 2 days. Now you need the rental car for even longer, and insurance companies are paying for those rental cars for longer periods than they're used to or had planned out originally at your original rate. So that's why a lot of companies have decided to stop taking on new clients.
Mhm.
We also here in California are seeing the California laws. It's a lot strict. It's a lot harder to have a business in California, and you say insurance companies are not allowed to raise their rates by too much every year. So they have to get a certain rate approved in order to increase their rates to match what it would cost to repair your home, to repair your boat, your business, or your car. So that's why we're seeing a lot of companies and insurance companies in California decide to leave California. They said, you know what, it's too expensive to have our business here in California. So we're going to stick to the states where maybe it's a little more, it makes more sense for them, just like you're running a business. And so these are a few of the things that we're seeing are the most challenging characteristics for getting home insurance. One is the value of the home. Is it very expensive home to repair and replace? The location. So is it in a fire area? The age of the home. After a home reaches about 30 years, it's going to need maybe a new roof, maybe new plumbing, and that's another thing that comes into factor. Also, claim history. We're seeing a lot of clients get their uh, insurance non-renewed because they had a claim maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and and they're finding every which way to stop renewing clients. So if you maybe see if for your next claim, maybe see if you can repair it on your own. But if not, it might be, you might worry about getting non-renewed the following year. So claim history is a big one. And okay, so here's now how to navigate through the obstacles that we're seeing, and how to position yourself in a manner where you're not waiting till the last minute for insurance. So one of our top recommendations is to request insurance early to avoid any delays, which means even right when you open escrow, even before, you know what, this offer is going to get approved, let's start moving in with insurance and see what companies are insuring this home. A second thing would be working with the local agency that will help. It'd be an expert guidance in finding which carriers and coverages are the best for you for that location. Getting an idea immediately, like, oh, this is Santee. Maybe we're going to need to go through these carriers in order to speed up the process. Also, leveraging policy flexibility for ongoing support from a dedicated agent. Okay, so what that means is after you close escrow, it's good to work with a local team or know who your agent is, because there might be changes in your home going forward. Say you do get a new roof or new plumbing, and you can update your agent and maybe decrease the cost of your monthly payments. Or say you add an ADU, it's good to let your agent know so we can refine some of the coverages. And so you're just like you have your realtor for your lifetime, and you have that same realtor to buy your next home. We suggest also having your insurance agency as well.
Mm-hmm.
And these are all the different property insurances that we do, from renters insurance to big commercial buildings, multifamily homes. And this is our team. So Erin Zazera is our broker. Marwa is our office manager. And we like to work together because there are over 45 different carriers that we work through. So we want to make sure we find the best coverage and rate for you. And instead of calling a 1-800 number, you can call, text us, have coffee with us, and have that personal touch like you should and deserve. Thank you.
So 45 different carriers.
Yes.
I think that actually is exciting, because that means that, okay, the big three have left California, right? Farmers, State Farm, and Allstate. Correct.
Right. But they are maybe writing, say, car insurance, so auto insurance. So there's different carriers that are covering different things. So they might not accept home insurance, but they might be accepting auto insurance.
I see. So even the big three, they might not be in the home insurance business, but they are still insuring cars. But that our industry, that still does not help us. You know, the those of us that are in the business of buying and selling homes,
Mm-hmm.
and our clientele that are also in the business of buying and selling homes. It's not going to help us if they're still there and insuring cars, because we still need insurance for homes. So
Yes.
talk a little bit about the 45 other options that you are able to offer clients, and who those carriers are. What is the difference? I mean, I love Farmers. I had a big disaster happen at one of the properties that I own.
No.
Farmers was amazing in coverage, and in everything that they did to restore the property. But
Mm-hmm.
tell us a little bit more about the 45 that you're working with.
Yes, definitely. So all of our carriers are on our website, but you'll see some of the names maybe you never heard of. But that's why we suggest working with a broker, because you know me, you can have coffee with me, you can sit down and talk to us, or text us. And the carrier that maybe we pair you up with, you don't know, but every service, like say you want to change your credit card, you want to add your wife, your husband, you'll go through us. So even though it's a carrier you might not know, you know us. So we can service that company.
Got it.
Mhm.
So that's the name of your company,
Yeah,
correct? How do you
exactly.
say it?
So it's Zaz Insurance, but Aaron, my broker, his last name is Zazera. But we found that a lot of people couldn't pronounce Zazera or they were saying it funny. So we decided, you know what, short and sweet, Zaz Insurance. And so we say jazz it up with Zaz Insurance.
Got it. Got it. Okay. All right. So it was interesting how you put those slides up, and saying that basically before it was really easy to get insurance, and now it's really difficult. So is the difficulty basically because there's so many people applying for insurance and so few insurance available, or what seems to be why all of a sudden we have gone into this insurance mess that we have gone into?
Yeah, so it's on the second slide. It has there's three different factors that are causing these delays. So
Mhm.
one is the fact that all the insurance companies have left California, and so we're all going through through three options to get insurance, but so it's causing delays. But it was because of all the natural disasters, because of after COVID, everything slowed down, so it took longer to get parts for cars. There was the chip in the chip
Chip
industry. Yeah, the chip shortage and the big factory that burned down. So that was another factor.
How does that apply to insurance? I mean, I'm just curious. I totally understand that that could be a big factor, but how does that apply to insurance coverage?
So insurance companies would have to normally, instead of waiting longer to repair that car, they just paid out what they needed to pay out to replace the car. So say you got, God forbid, but you say you got an offender bender, like the car was pretty much destroyed. Instead of waiting for the parts and having the client have their rental car for even longer than what they're used to, the insurance company is used to, they would just pay you out. Okay, your car is worth $40,000. We'll just give you the $40,000. And because the chip factory burned down, now the car is worth much more. That
Mm.
car is worth much more than it originally was maybe sold for.
Because
So
of the shortage of cars, basically.
right. So now that car, like even Aaron, my broker, he bought his car right before COVID, and it was a big, nice truck. And the dealership wanted to buy it back for even more than he bought it for because there was a shortage of cars.
Mm.
And so with homes, even with homes with material, the labor, work of labor, just everything, like inflation, everything went up. But we were paying, say, your monthly cost for car was, if you add a new client, maybe you're paying $100 for your auto insurance. But if you wreck the car that next month, the insurance company is paying $40,000 to replace your car, and you only paid $100 into the system. So that's why they are keeping the clients that they have now, as long as they're good clients. The home is not in a risky area. They haven't submitted many claims,
Yeah.
and trying to avoid getting new clients, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So their resources are stretched thin, and
Mm-hmm.
in order to stay afloat, they're basically trying to focus on their existing business rather than add new business, and stretch themselves thinner.
Right. So I had someone call me just now, actually, saying their insurance went up $2,000, or their premium for their home.
Yeah.
But they've been with this company for the lifetime of the home since they purchased it. And we suggested stay with them, because if you move to a new customer or a new carrier, you might not even be accepted.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
and I actually had a deal that the buyer started researching for insurance even before they did put an offer in, but then while we were in negotiations, they were researching to get an insurance, and they were not able to get an insurance at a rate that was acceptable to them. So they decided not to pursue purchasing the home because
Yeah.
of insurance, which is unfortunate, but exactly what we're experiencing as well.
Yeah, exactly. But
Any
I'm
relief?
so happy. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you see any relief coming anytime soon and from any anywhere?
That's a great question. Hopefully, we're hoping for at least the end of the year after these elections. We'll see. But hopefully, we're expected to be the same at least another year, but maybe we'll get some relief. There's a lot happening, but nothing decided yet. But we will keep you updated. We have our Instagram. We're always updating on insurance. And I'm so happy I'm in this industry because it's good to see almost the behind the scenes of what's going on.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, and so if we are if we are having customers that are looking for insurance,
Mhm.
what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
So it's my cell phone number. It's 619-902-7747. Exactly. And if for whatever reason I'm in a meeting or I'm driving, my calls are forwarded to the office. So you'll always get an agent. You'll get one of us to talk to. Um, and you can go online. We have our website at zazinsurance.com or our Instagram as well. So we try to make ourselves fully available.
I did not add your Instagram. What is your Instagram?
It's just like that, Zaz Insurance.
Zaz
Mhm.
Insurance.
Yes.
Okay, let me add that for our audience as well so that we
Thank
can
you.
share that. Okay, so Instagram
Mm.
is Zaz Insurance.
Yes.
Okay, very good. And there's your email address.
Mhm.
Okay, and you are the director of marketing over
Yes.
at Zaz.
Yeah, so it was so exciting. So after we decided to leave Geico, I had just finished my MBA, and we decided to leave, start our own business, our own independent insurance agency, and I got to work with a startup like they taught me at an MBA. Okay, what do we need? We need our business development, we need a website, we need our social media. Where are we going to get our referrals? We need to do events. So it's been so exciting, this whole process of growing the business, especially here in San Diego. But we are licensed in other states as well. We're in Arizona, Nevada, Colorado, Idaho, New Mexico. So we can help. And we have connections throughout the nation. So being with Geico, that helped a lot because we have connections in Florida and Texas where a lot of San Diegans moved to. So we're here to help all 50 states, all states across the nation.
So that's very interesting that you decided. So you were with Geico before. So did that mean that you were working exclusively as a Geico carrier?
Yes, exactly. So we had our branch here in San Diego, and I was doing marketing for Geico. But my insurance head, he had been with Geico for I feel like his whole life. So he's been in the insurance industry forever, and he's like the guru. But he's taught me so much, and it's so interesting, the whole insurance industry, and how it's changed from when he knew it back when he was in college to what it's changed to now. It's a big difference.
And I find it fascinating that after all of that you had to go independent in order to basically continue to provide insurance.
Mhm.
Did Geico also leave the state of California in terms of providing insurance?
Yeah, so they're still here. They're taking care of the clients that they have now. There's just no local agency, like brokerage, like branches. So no local branches. So they still have that big office in Poway, where
Mhm.
it's basically like a call center now. So if you have a policy with Geico, you can call them.
So essentially they're servicing their existing clients, but they're not issuing new policy.
Right, exactly. So it's really tough to get new policy with Geico. I know my brother got a new car and he was trying to get auto insurance, and he called Geico, and they said, okay, but it's going to be a 14-day waiting period. And he
Wow.
was like, what? I used to be able to get it right away or at the dealership, and now it's a 14-day waiting period, and then maybe or maybe not you'll be accepted after those 14 days. So
Wow.
their underwriters review it. They look through your driving history. So don't get any tickets.
That is
Yeah.
amazing. Well, thank you so much for
You're
joining us
welcome.
and for sharing your knowledge with us. And audience, we are going to have Viviana join us again for our seller seminar next week on Wednesday at our office, 4645 Park Boulevard from 5 to 7 p.m. So join us in person if you like to learn more about insurance and how to obtain insurance in this challenging market.
Yes,
And
and my broker will be there. So any questions you guys have, bring them. Challenge him.
excellent, very good. Well, and if you have any questions about real estate or anything real estate related, I am here and love to be able to help you. There's my phone number and there's my email address. I am like Viviana. I like to hang out on Instagram as well and Facebook if that's your mode of communication. I love to. Hang out on Facebook as well. And our website is at Pemberley Realty. So we're always happy to see you. And if you are watching this on YouTube, we really appreciate you if you give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so that we can bring you other videos such as this one and you get notified for them. So thank you for joining us, Viviana. Thank you for
You're
joining us,
welcome.
and
Thank
we
you.
will see you on Wednesday at 5.
Yes, I'll see you then.